Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's 9:30 on Thursday, Throwback Thursday, and as you can see, it's a glorious autumn Sydney day. It was a magnificent sunrise this morning, and the weather has followed through. We do get a bit of variability in our weather. Sometimes the days start off overcast and then blue over and become glorious days. Other days they start blue and beautiful and they cloud over. But occasionally we have these days where it's just perfect from sunrise to sunset. So today is one of those days where I give it a 10 out of 10. Gentle breeze, it's sunny, not too cold, not too warm, and it's the day before Fabulous Friday, and it's the day before the Anzac Day weekend, so we're going to have a few days off to chill out, relax, enjoy our families, and remember those Anzacs, the first and second Anzacs. The first Anzacs that fought in World War I, and the second Anzacs who fought in World War II, and specifically the ones who fought in Greece in the Battle of Crete against the Germans. So there were two. A lot of people don't understand that there were two Anzac Campaigns, one in World War I and one in World War II. And many of the people who fought in World War I, who were the young soldiers in World War I, got to fight in World War II. So they got to see two horrific war experiences. What a generation that would have been. Could you imagine? I'm just thankful that I've never had to go to war, never had to endure the suffering that a lot of soldiers go through. Anyway, let's change tact, change topic, and today's book summary, we'll go on a walk and talk. Today's book summary is entitled, If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Happy? You like that one there? I love this title, I love this book, because we've got lots of smart people around us, and yet the smartest people I know, some of them tend to be the most miserable and most unhappy and most negative people that you could ever hope to meet. So what we'll try and do now is we'll try and learn a little bit more about what makes them tick and what makes them so unhappy. And it's a book that's put together by a person known as Dr Raj Raghunathan, and he's an authority on unhappiness or on happiness, and he talks about the 7 sins of unhappiness. So let's just step through those very, very quickly and try and identify what are the sins, what are the things that make people unhappy, and by knowing what they are, then we can possibly look at avoiding them and identifying any of those things that we've got in our lives, and of course try and eliminate them. So the first deadly sin of unhappiness is comparison. When you spend your time, your life, comparing yourself to other people, or comparing your performance to other people, this is one surefire way of always being disappointed, because unless you're the very, very best, in most cases, you're always going to be second best or second rate. What you're better off doing, as a lot of commentators say, is if you're going to compare yourself, by all means have a benchmark and a baseline where you're comparing what the ideal is, but you're better off comparing yourself to yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people, because we're all different, we're all unique, we're all got different gifts, and We just need to be gracious with the gifts that we have, and in the volume that we have those gifts, and to make the most of it. The second thing that the author talks about is that if you want to be unhappy, then spend your life talking about your goals and your dreams rather than doing something about it. Talking about goals and dreams all the time is something that is for sure going to derail you and make you feel uncomfortable. What the author says is, rather than talk about that stuff all the time, talk about it every now and then, but what you need to be doing is you need to be putting effort into making it happen and to leveraging your activities and your actions to make sure that you're turning those activities into your dreams. So your actions need to be aligned with your goals, your values, and then and only then, when you see you're making progress and you're actualizing and activating your dreams, that'll make you a little bit happier. The third point, the third thing that will guarantee that you're unhappy, and is one of the 7 sins, is to listen and hang out with negative people. If you're hanging out with people who are always talking about the negative aspects and looking for the chinks in the armour, for the mistakes, for the problems, just hanging out with that sort of group of people or particular person is going to be so bloody draining that it's not funny. So try and not hang out with people who are negative is the biggest lesson to come out of this group of lists, this list of 7 sins. The next one is a beauty. Never quite thought of this before, but now that I know it, it makes a lot of sense. If you're focusing on the news all the time, then you're always going to be unhappy. Because guess what? The business of news is to alarm. It's to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Because if it doesn't do that, then it's not going to get your attention. So if you spend your life going from news channel to news channel and focusing on what's happening in the news, then all you're going to do is get the negative view on what's happening in the world. Because good news doesn't sell. People aren't interested in good news, sadly. They're just interested in scandal, they're interested in problems, they're interested in hype, and all of that other stuff that goes with it. The fifth thing on this list, according to this author, is, and it will ensure that you're always unhappy, is when you decide that others need to change. Now, if you impose your views on others and you think that it's important for others to change, then once again you're wiring yourself up for significant pain, because people don't change. If anything, they get worse. The only person that you can change, the only thing that you can change in this whole universe is your thinking and your actions. You can only change yourself. And as one of my bosses at IBM once told me, Greg Gleason, God bless him, haven't seen him for years, haven't seen him for well over 35, 40 years, don't even know if he's still alive. But he said, James, if you change, your whole universe will change for you, which was so profound. Could you imagine me at 30 years of age hearing advice like that? That was so mind-blowing. Just thinking that if I change, not if other people change, not if the environment changes, but if I change, my whole world will change. As I said, it was just awe-inspiring just hearing that. Number 6 on the list is thinking that happiness is a destination. What the author here is saying that happiness is the journey. You choose to be happy with everything you do. You choose to find meaning and enchantment and joy with everything you do, and you don't hope that one day you're going to reach a place and be happy. If you're not happy now, if you're not happy here, then there's no way you're going to find happiness anywhere else. Even if you get on a plane and go to Greece, even if you get on a plane and go to New York, the happiness that you're going to find is going to be fleeting. It's not going to be sustainable. You need to decide right here, right now, that I am going to be happy regardless of what happens in my life. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to shape my day, my moments, so that I can gain joy and purpose and happiness out of the moments, and not wait for somebody else to give me permission, not wait for somebody else to grant me happiness through gifts, through compliments, and from all the other bullshit that we're surrounded with. Because as we say, if you're waiting for other people to give you happiness, then those other people are also going to give you bitterness and sadness and a level of toxicity that is going to upturn your life and turn it on its head. So don't depend on others. Don't depend on events. Don't depend on your partner, your friends, your family, anybody else. Don't give them the key to your happiness, because all they will do is use that key to imprison you in ball and chain, in sadness. No, you'll be waiting forever for them to make you happy. You need to take personal leadership and be the director, the purveyor of your happiness. And the way we do it is by changing our outlook, changing how we see the world, and changing ourselves. Because as Greg Gleason said, you change yourself and the whole world will change for you. And the last point on this book, on this list of 7, is forgetting to say thank you. If you don't live with gratitude, if you're not thanking people for all that they do for us, then you're not noticing, and you're not making the most of those relationships and those interactions and those transactions. And guess what? You don't say thank you once, you don't say thank you twice, you don't say gratitude 3 times, and before you know it, you're on your own, you're on your lonesome, and you're without a partner, without a family, without friends, and you're basically excommunicated and you're isolated. So learn to be generous with your thank yous, with your compliments, as long as they're genuine. They need to be genuine. No, don't just say thank you and not mean it. Say thank you and let them know the reason why you're thanking them is because it made a difference, and explain to them the difference it made for you. Anyway, what I'll do is I won't continue. I'll leave it there. And what I'll do is at lunchtime, I will do a part B to this vlog, because it's such a wonderful book and it has so much great information, so many lovely hacks here that we can use to improve our daily experience of life. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's keep our eyes, ears, and hearts open and steer clear of the 7 sins that ensure unhappiness. And once again, don't compare yourself to others, don't compare your children to others, but compare them to themselves. Don't spend too much time talking blabbing on about your goals and dreams, but start doing whatever you can right here and now to actualize those things and to make progress and to build momentum. Whatever you do, extract yourself from groups, from people who are always negative, the Debbie Downers, the negative Nancys, all of those sorts of people, the people who think they know everything, but all they talk about are things which pour cold water on your dreams and on your aspirations. Don't focus on the news, because all you will be doing is you'll be caught up in a vortex of negativity which will create fear, uncertainty and doubt in your life. Don't expect others to change, but invest in your own change, because if you change, your whole world will change for you. Look for happiness in every face, in every moment, in everything you do, and live with gratitude by saying thank you and giving compliment, but genuine thank you and genuine compliment for all that you have and all you experience. And have measured expectations. Don't over-expect and don't push your expectations onto other people, because that'll create pressure and once again create unhappiness, not only for you but also for them. So thank you once again. Let's try and help each other through our shared experiences, grow, develop and become better versions of ourselves. Let's be the wind beneath our wings. Let's be the wave beneath our board. Let's be the zephyr that bellows our sails. And let's be the turbine that propels our boat, our ship, to the destination that we want to head to. So wishing you all the best. Filakia from Jim's 5am Club. And we'll chat again later. Bye for now.